Hi there, and welcome to day 30 of our video series, Question Reframed. And today's question is, what's the first thing you look at with a client? So that question comes from the desire to have one place that you can look to diagnose whatever problem you have to fix, whether it's a dashboard, whether it's an error message, an email. So where's the one place that I can look to identify where my problems are? We could go down the rabbit hole of identifying where I can make more money and things like that. But let's talk about issues first, because typically that's what comes to me. I have a problem I need your help with. And that's the Sherry, go fix it thing I've heard most of my career. So let's do that. You're looking for the fastest path to move from chaos to control. And that's totally logical. We all want to be able to control, or not maybe control, but organize what we need to do so that we can do it faster, or we can automate it, or we can move it whatever to the next steps. What's missing here is understanding the diagnostic process for whatever it is you're looking to accomplish. There isn't always a single point. Sometimes the misunderstanding comes from, well, I need this and this and that. No, take a step back and let's look at how we identify where potential problems are, where decisions being guessed at instead of known. If you have a team of people, sometimes not having a clear process or a clear framework for them to work from creates problems. That in and of itself. What I look at is tracing how information gets from one place to the next place. My typical process and the way I tell people to think about it is what happens before, what happens during, and what happens after. And break down the sub-tasks or process or whatever terminology you feel comfortable with. Break that down into the steps and then figure out where are the gaps, where are the places where decisions are being guessed at versus being known. If you don't have a good framework for your decision process, not just you are going to be challenged, but your staff's going to be challenged. Having those things looked at, evaluated, and documented. There's my favorite word, document it. And move from there. Your next step is to pick a specific problem and figure out what's the data source that drove you to experience whatever that issue is. If you can't find one in 60 seconds, you've probably found your starting point. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know.